Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Voke Etefevoke. You know the drill. Do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share this video. And if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to hit the bell so that you can get notification whenever I release content. Yeah. I'm pretty excited today because in the past weeks, in October actually, October was a really long month for me. First, I I was not able to put out content the way I hoped to put out content that in October because something really important came up and I was thrown into a state of into a reading slump, straight up because of my mind was all over the place. First, I actually released like two videos in October. First, for my country's independence, I talked about a satire by Nathan John, Becoming Nigerian, a guide. Then I also talked about Peace Ajo Medi's book, his other wife, which was talking about arranged marriage. Then I stopped because my country had an important call, or when actually an important time in our lives whereby the youth had to raise their voice against police brutality and nothing else mattered. We all had we all have a common focus to telling the government that we're tired of police harassing the youth, we're tired of police saying and we're tired of police harassing the youth, we're tired of the police being brutal and all that, not just police brutality. We're hoping and looking forward to a new Nigeria. A Nigeria that is beautiful, a Nigeria that is united, a Nigeria that puts their citizens first. That's what we're asking for. So if you're really not abreast or you do not really know about what hashtag NSAS is all about, I'll leave a link in the description so you can enlighten yourself or educate yourself concerning it. Yeah. Anyway, I came here to tell you about you know how much I love Chimamanda already. Of course, everyone knows that Chimamanda is my fave. So Chimamanda released a short story. Prior to now, we have seen, I think if you're a fan of Chimamanda, we've seen excerpts, I think it was from Beauty Paper. I can't remember the website I saw it, like they said Chimamanda is coming. So I thought it would be a full-length novel. And I was actually waiting for this, but it came. Actually, it's not in paperback yet. It's just a short story and it's an ebook, and it's actually available in audiobooks as well. So Audible. Chimamanda came with this short story, and all of a sudden, I am no longer feeling down about reading anymore because I tried so hard. Because normally books serve as my escape, and there I was trying to just find something that was going to take my mind off a lot of things that were happening at that time, but then Chimamanda came and I'm back. That's amazing, right? The book is actually talking about ghosting. I'll just summarize it as ghosting, a serial case, a bitter case of ghosting. Over time, both on the internet and from my conversation with people, I have heard stories about ghosting, and each one has been crazier than the other, the next. Honestly, have I personally been ghosted before? No, I haven't. If you maybe someone out there say, "Oh, I ghosted this girl," I don't remember. That means you're not important. Okay, so have I ever been ghosted before? No, I haven't, and I would not like to experience it because every story is just worse. Some people have just met, some people it's just for a day and they meet this amazing person. And I don't want to say a specific gender, so I don't make this about gender, but mostly among the guys. I'm definitely going to say it. Mostly among the guys, because most stories about ghosting are actually from a lady's perspective. And I would love to hear a guy's story or his perspective. Why did you ghost her? Why did you not say it to your chest that I can't do this anymore, instead of ghosting the person? Okay, so mostly from ladies' perspective most of the time. Sometimes some people have a story of how, okay, they met this person and he's great, everything is going on fine. You're lucky enough there just for one night, but you know that kind of thing, that you just have this connection. You're like, this person and I, actually vibe. You know, this person is actually special. It happens. And all of a sudden, you hear crickets. And you begin to ask yourself, you begin to question your sanity. Okay, was I imagining things? Perhaps, maybe I was saying green light when that were not actually not green light. You know, those kind of questions. That was the case of Zikora in this book. Zikora is the eponymous character of this short story, not book, short story. So Zikora is in love with Kwame. Kwame grew up in America, but he's actually Ghanaian. Then Zikora, on the other hand, is Nigerian. How, you know, that kind of thing, Ghana Nigerian relationship. It's actually beautiful. You know, we're always just so close to Ghanaians. We always talk about. I think the Ghanaian Nigerian relationship is actually a beautiful one, except when we're quarreling about jollof rice. So that's when it's crazy. So Kwame and Zikora were in love. Also, did Zikora think everything was going on fine? They were this beautiful, strong black couple in America, powerful, cute, and everything was going fine until one night Zikora revealed to Kwame that she was pregnant, and Kwame decided to be an idiot, an idiot, and he did not want to have. He said they're in different places in their lives, and your head does go like, what do you mean different places? We have been fine. We just came back from an occasion, and we're actually killing it together. We're great together, and you tell me, oh, Zikora was in shock. She thought, and it just became so distant all of a sudden. This guy that she loved so much, that she loved how boyish he was, she loved how honest he was, she loved, you know, that kind of thing. You begin to question a lot of things. Okay, when did this start? What did I do wrong? And this guy decided to be such a coward. He left, and she was trying all means to reach him, proved abortive. He even had to block her number. It was that deep, because even when she was about to go into labor, she told him, the baby came, she told him that it's a boy, and he was like, stop this. You know, I was so mad on Zikora's behalf. Then when I was actually getting to the end of the short story, I said, maybe we should hear Kwame's side of the story. There have to be a good reason why you would ghost someone, because I've never been in a situation before. I don't know how I'm going to react, but I think it's very, very bitter one to ask me, because when you know that you're this person, you have a connection, you like this person, and all of a sudden you're hearing crickets. All of a sudden the person doesn't want to have anything to do with you without any good explanation. Like, I feel like it's such a coward move, if you ask me, because say it with your chest. Speak out, say it. I don't want you anymore for this so and so reason. Kwame, nothing was going wrong. Yes, he wants to have a kid, okay, but everything was going fine with both of them. You know, that kind of thing. Okay, this is it. We are going somewhere, and all of a sudden, everything you worked for, everything that you guys had shared together, you will begin to ask yourself, okay, will I imagine things? Was I crazy? Maybe I was one that was actually kind of entire on my back. And it's even worse because it was a full-blown relationship. For some people, their ghosting stories are just, we met one night and next day I didn't hear from him again, or we met for a week. You're not saying the person's even a ghost, or maybe you don't really have that experience, or you have that precious moment, that precious memory to yourself. But this one, it's a full-blown relationship, so you know it must hurt Zikora. It must hurt. And Chimamanda left us to guessing and putting in our own end to the story. You know, Chimamanda will always leave you guessing and leave you wishing and wanting more. That's how she left the readers. I was thinking, maybe Kwame, or I need to hear Kwame's side, or how is Zikora cope, how she managed with this child because she's a career lady, and I know that women are doing all this all the time. I said, okay, Zikora seems she's a strong lady and she's going to definitely meet up to the task, that kind of thing. So Chimamanda left us like that as usual. So yeah, I'm telling you that now, so you prepare your mind that Chimamanda left us hanging again. The book is written using the first person narrative technique and it's told from the point of view of Zikora, who is the eponymous character in this book. The book is set in the United States of America. And what stood out for me the most is the fact that Chimamanda wrote this story so beautifully that she was able to fuse in sociocultural issues. Chimamanda is so talented, honestly, I was just going to say that. Then I love particularly how she narrated the birthing experience when she was in labor. In labor room, her mother was there. How her senses were all over the place. I felt like Chimamanda tapped into her mother, her journey. I don't know about this, but just my personal opinion, because I said to myself, this is not a writing that you researched it and oh, here we are. No, this had to be something that from a personal experience, the way she told the birthing part, just my thought that okay, maybe her motherhood, her journey to motherhood actually have a high role to play in how she wrote this part. Because how she was writing every single thing was so well written, so detailed, so beautiful. I was in labor room with her, and that was my favorite scene in the short story. Whenever she was the way it came to the part where she was in labor, when she was in labor, I loved this part because of how she was telling me. I could see this. It was really beautiful, and having that she had experienced motherhood, she had experienced that before. So I felt like okay, this is not just a work of research. This is I was there. I know how this thing feels, so I'm writing it the way it is. No mincing word, the way it is. So I really applaud her for that. That was something that really stood out for me. What another thing that stood out for me was how they met, how Kwame and Zikora met. They met at the book launch, and he made this funny joke, this not so funny joke about food. When the not so funny, it was not so funny at all. And I said to myself, if I was in Zikora's position, I would not have smiled. I would not have gone anywhere because I did not like it. I'm just going to read it out to you. I'm just going to read it out to you. And it says, they met at a book launch, as I said earlier, and he walked up to her. After the author introduced us, Kwame leaned toward me and said with a casual intimacy that wasn't inappropriate, as though we already knew each other, but only as good friends. When you say something tastes, and he's speaking now, when they say something tastes nutty, do we know which nut they mean? Because a walnut tastes nothing like a cashew nut. I think they mean a texture, not a taste, I said, then laughed a little too eagerly because I hadn't expected to meet anyone, and now here was a clean-looking black man, and I threw it in the air. When I finished reading this part, I said, okay, because I like to put myself in the character's shoes, and I like to see, okay, if I was Zikora in that time, I would not have found anything he said funny. I won't find anything funny. I would have just maybe rolled my eyes or given him a polite smile and gone my way because okay, anyway. So I didn't find that nice at all, okay, but it was a thing. I knew how love is. Maybe if I was a girl, I would still find it nice because the way she described Kwame has this boyish side in him, and I actually like guys that are boyish because I do not like when people are open. They're so serious because life is not that hard. Life is hard already, and you're just being so serious. I don't like that at all. Yeah, that was what stood out for me in the book. But overall, I recommend this short story to you because Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie wrote it, and you have to read it. That's my only reason. We already know how Chimamanda operates, so yeah, That's why you should read it. The short story is amazing. I love it. I love it so much, and I actually love her, the fact that she left us guessing and she left us wondering, not guessing, wondering a lot of things. Yeah, I I especially want to get Kwame's side personally. I want to hear his side. Yeah. I'll leave you now. So do not forget to like, do not forget to share, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, very soon, which is very soon because I'm actually reading Transcendent Kingdom by Yagiasi, and I really love it. Stay tuned for my review of that book, Transcendent Kingdom. So until next time, goodbye.